Hey, welcome to God Country New. What we want to talk to you for just a few minutes about right now, and please stay till the end of this video because I want to show you just a little illustration of what I'm talking about, maybe like a little 25-second clip that I think you'll enjoy, and maybe it'll illustrate just my little point or bring it out just a little bit better. But I want to tell you right now, I know that this channel is about encouragement, and that is what we need in this hour. And a lot of times what you might be thinking is sometimes, you know, well, why doesn't God talk to people? Why doesn't God talk to people during this, you know, this thing that everybody, not just me here, not just, you know, this country, whatever country you're watching from, this has been a worldwide thing that people have been going through over the last few months. Maybe you've wondered, you know, well, God, why aren't you there? Where are you at, God? Are you speaking to us? But a lot of times God speaks to us through other things. See, right now I'm talking to you, okay? I'm communicating through my mouth. Okay, but do you realize that there are people today that do not have a voice? There are people today that cannot communicate with their mouth. So what do? They have learned sign language. There's a thing called sign language that people use to communicate with others. I used to know every letter in the alphabet, but it's been so long now. I was thinking about it before this video. I probably know about half the alphabet, but the other half I can't remember. But that is one way that people communicate. They communicate without ever saying a word. So sometimes in your spiritual walk, you know, when you're really thinking, you know, well, God, why aren't you? God, each and every day is communicating with you. Each and every day you wake up. And sometimes it's by nature. And if you, as I said, if you'll stick around, I'll show you something here at the very end of this video. But I want to use a little illustration. And this shows you how that people see God in so many different things. In Exodus chapter number 14, and if you've been on this channel any length of time, you will know that the book of Exodus, Moses, the children of Israel being led from bondage, that's one of my favorite Bible stories. I love to read it, love to read about it, love to talk about it. But in Exodus chapter number 14, the Bible uses the word a strong east wind that God used to part the Red Sea. Was it a hurricane? Was it a typhoon? I don't know what it was, but do you know, whatever it was that blew those waters back, I'm sure the children of Israel felt like, hey, that's God communicating with them. They didn't hear the audible voice of God, but I'm sure they felt like that was God talking to them through the wind. Then, of course, and I want to share with you another verse here in Exodus chapter number 20, in verse number 18. And this is after God was giving the 10 Commandments. And, of course, he was giving these 10 Commandments to Moses. And of course, this was a powerful time. This was a mighty time. God speaking directly to Moses. And the Bible said that the people, you know what they witnessed, the people? They witnessed thunder, and they witnessed lightning. And it said they trembled and stood at a distance. And they asked for Moses to be the one that would speak to God because they didn't want to. Why? Because they felt the power of God. They felt the glory of God in all this going on. They felt the awesomeness of God in the thunder and in the lightning. When they stood out at the Red Sea and they thought that their days was done, they thought that their time was up, before the Lord sent that east wind. Do you know, I believe probably the skies got dark, the clouds started rolling, the thunder might have started sounding. God was communicating to the people. Exodus chapter number 20, we read the same things. God is communicating with the people. Now, I want to tell you something. Sometimes in life, we'll see things like this. And really, what you do is you look at it and you just think, God, you are an awesome God. If you're sitting in a house and you hear a big boom, clap of thunder, God's in control. That's God. And, you know, the other night, I was out and I was right over here working out in the yard. And the weather had been about like it was now, but all of a sudden it started getting dark. And the clouds started rolling in. And I was trying to finish what I was doing, but I was looking up at the sky, and I just seen the dark clouds start rolling in. And all of a sudden, these leaves started bristling real quick, you know, and all of a sudden the wind started going through there and making them move and rustling through all these trees back here. And then you know what pretty soon happened? Boom! I could hear the thunder begin to roll. And you know what I did? This is honest to goodness. You know what I did? I looked up at the sky and I thought, Lord, you are so powerful. And I just felt like it was God communicating his power to me. Not through an audible voice like we was talking about a while ago. Not through the mouth. But he was communicating. Just as people use sign language to communicate that are unable to speak. See, sometimes during this day and hour, God will speak to us through other things. He's not speaking through an audible voice, but he will speak to us through other things. And it's his way of communicating. Keep your mind upon God. Let's keep our mind in tune with God. And you know what will happen? When that happens, you will recognize the voice of God. You will recognize it as the power of God. So, let me say this. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell for notifications. And our very next video that we want to do, or our next study video, I'm hoping to work in a side dish video this week. But toward the end of the week, I want to post a video that goes along with this. And I want to tell you about a time period about 30 years ago when God spoke to me, not in an audible voice, but it's an event unlike anything I've ever had happen to me before in my life. My wife was with me, and I want to tell you about it, because here's the thing. If I had not listened to God that night, I wouldn't be here today. I know it. I know it was God seeing if I would listen to him. And as I said, it wasn't an audible voice, but believe me, I know it was God. I'll share that with you on our video probably around Thursday or Friday that we post. So please hit the bell for notifications. Now, before we leave, I want you to do this. I recorded the other night, the night I was telling you about when I was out here. I just turned on my phone and hit the record button. And I've just got a little bit of that clouds going through and the thunder. And I want you to watch it just for about 20 seconds and see if you don't feel the awesomeness of God. Feel the mighty power of God in the clouds. Just like God is communicating with us, saying, I am still God. God loves you. God bless you. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and watch these next 20 seconds. And then we'll catch you later on the next video. Thank you.